Hi, I'm Seth Stevenson with Vault Ice. Today I'm going to show you how we can help improve customer satisfaction, encourage repeat business, and increase sales, all while taking your cocktail game to the next level. Introducing Craft Cocktail Rocks from Vault Ice. The national average spent in advertising to gain a new customer is between $40 and $70 per head. And research shows that less than half of those new customers ever return for a second visit. You certainly need to garner new business, but you also need to find additional ways to keep the business you already have. But bars and restaurants get so bogged down in the day-to-day operations that the wow factor often gets lost. Vault Ice can help. When a guest sees a craft cocktail rock in their glass, they're immediately impressed. They show their friends, take pictures, post them on Instagram. They do your social media marketing for you, helping to reduce your paid advertising to get those new customers. So now, you've created a wow moment and given that one-time, let's say $40 customer, strong motivation to come back and become a regular. And that can add up to almost $6,000 over time. And we know they don't eat alone. They bring their family, friends, business associates, and that number doubles, it triples, it's exponential. Use your own numbers here, but the math is the same. And making that customer conversion is the difference between success and failure. Since customers today have higher expectations than ever before, they're demanding fresher ingredients, outstanding customer service, and higher quality cocktails. However, ice is often overlooked. Until now, ice molds have really been the only alternative. And that's a step in the right direction, but ice molds still fall short. First, if you use tap water, even filtered, it still contains dozens of impurities that'll pollute the taste of your cocktails. Even if you're using boiled, distilled, or bottled water, it doesn't improve appearance. They're still lumpy, cloudy, and misshapen. Another problem is making sure you don't run out, because inevitably someone will forget to fill the ice molds. So restaurants try to build up stock and store the ice. This actually leads to freezer-burned ice that will make your cocktails taste stale. And if you're keeping your molds in the same freezer with food, watch out. They'll absorb the freezer odor like a sponge. Your spirits and cocktails are going to taste like everything else in the freezer, and that's not what your guests are expecting. And speaking of expectations, people do not expect to get sick from the ice in their drink. And since ice molds usually don't get sanitized or even washed between handling, it's likely to happen. But let's assume you're doing everything right. You're still left with an unimpressive chunk of ice that a guest can make at home with the same $8 ice mold. And isn't the purpose of going out to get an experience that they can't create at home? Enter Vault Ice. Now get this, both of these cubes are made from the exact same high quality water. But that's where the similarities end, because craft cocktail rocks are never formed in a mold, ever. So how do we do it? Check this out. After the water is purified to the highest possible level, it is pumped into special 22-degree tanks that keep the water in constant motion to remove all air bubbles while it is slowly frozen from the bottom up. After 3 days, the result is a 300-pound block of ice that is trimmed and carved to the right thickness before it is precision cut with a computerized carving machine, resulting in consistently, clearly better ice. We then inspect and package each cube for commercial use. Now, I know ice molds make relatively cheap ice, but cheap can actually cost a lot, beyond just the labor, time, and effort it takes to try and make your own. First, you're missing a simple opportunity to help convert one-time customers into regulars, and even convert regulars into raving fans who will spread the word. Second, failing to elevate your cocktail program to its fullest potential may drive patrons to competitors who already have, and those who soon will. Third, you risk diminishing your own reputation by not keeping up with the trends. And remember, fads come and go, but trends determine future expectations. Especially when you consider the 75 million highly discerning millennials who spend about 44% of their annual food budget on dining out. These experience-driven trendsetters outnumber and outspend any previous generation. Being raised on gourmet coffee and the internet, they're well-informed, have higher expectations, and are willing to pay to have those expectations met. That said, let's talk about this. The benchmark of premium ice, the 2-inch craft cocktail rock. They come commercially vacuum sealed in portion packs of 6. While they remain sealed and frozen, they have an indefinite shelf life and will not stick together. They are not going to crystallize or get freezer burn, and they won't absorb the freezer flavors thanks to the vacuum sealed barrier. You never have to worry about losing a lot of product because you've opened too many. If you have any left over, twist the open sleeve like a bread bag and put them back in the freezer for the next day. Best of all, this is the most pure, clean and clear ice that you can get in the world. No exaggeration, and it will elevate your cocktail game and the guest perception of quality and value. Now here is how to turn ice into a profit center. On average, you can expect to increase sales due to reasons already mentioned by 1 additional rocks cocktail for every 5 you're already selling when you begin serving them with a craft cocktail rock. So, if you currently sell 25 drinks on the rocks and begin using Vault Ice, your rock sales volume will increase by 20% if you promote it correctly. At $10 each, that's conservatively an additional $350 per week. Now let's include the price of the ice. You've increased weekly sales with Vault Ice by $350. The case price is about $130, which nets you around $220. Not only does this increase your revenue by over $18,000 for the year, you've also improved customer satisfaction with better quality cocktails, you've encouraged repeat business with a great experience, and you did all that without even raising your prices. So how do you implement Vault Ice into your bar program? When you update your menu, you can create a Vault Ice signature cocktail menu that will feature drinks served with craft cocktail rock. At minimum, we recommend picking one drink, something popular like an old fashioned or a Manhattan, and really put it to the test. Gauge customer reactions, compare previous sales data, and experiment with price points to see what works best for your business. Heck, just set one out on the bar and sit back and watch how instantly intrigued your customers will become. Let's look at it this way. If Vault Ice can help you sell 2 additional cocktails per night, let's say $9 cocktails, that will more than cover the cost of 8 bar boxes of ice per month. That's enough ice to serve 864 superior cocktails and seriously improve the level of your cocktail program. That's about as simple as it gets. So what are you waiting for? Visit our website and order your first case of craft cocktail rocks today. Find out for yourself why Vault Ice is clearly better.